Hey, what's up? Todd Falcone here. Welcome back to toddfalcone.com. Hope you're having a great day. All right, so in a previous video, I think it was like maybe it was the last post I did, I was talking about the scenario where, you know, somebody getting down on themselves for the work that they didn't do, right? And then I said, oh, I'll save it for the next video or save it for another video, but I'm just going to cover it today because I didn't want to leave you guys hanging just in case you watched the previous video and you were wondering what the heck I was talking about. So here's the thing. If you've put a bunch of time in and you're not getting results, so you can honestly say, look, Todd, I've been in my network marketing business for whatever, a year, and I have worked, I have put in, like I've flipped lots of rocks over, I've given so many presentations, I have put this in front of so many people, yet you got nothing to show for it, then there's something that's going on with how you're doing what you're doing. My first thing would be, okay, let's look at a couple things. This is why I'm a big on tracking your numbers. Like, okay, how many total outgoing calls or contacts did you make in the last 12 months? Okay, let's just paint a scenario. I made 1,000 in the last year. Okay, out of the 1,000 outgoing calls and contacts, how many presentations have you actually given? Well, if it's only 5 out of 1,000, that's not very many. So that tells me that, you know, maybe it's the quality of people that you're talking to or what you're saying, because you're talking to all these people, yet it's not leading to a presentation. Or I've made 1,000 calls or contacts in the last year, and I've given 500 presentations. Whoa, hold on a second. If you've given 500 presentations and yet you have nothing to show for it or little to show for it, well, what is the presentation? How is it being laid out? Because I think in that case, we got to look at what the way it's being presented is the whatever you're showing them, the video, the webinar, the flip chart, however you're presenting your product or your business or the story. How is that done? And is that tool that you're using being used by others effectively? Because if it is being used effectively by others, then we got a problem. So we want to analyze a few things. Analyze, like, okay, well, let's first of all look at the numbers. What kind of real business building activity have you, and this is again where, like in the previous video, it's like we got to be honest with ourselves. What's the real business building activity? Number 2 is, you know, and this is another thing I'm huge on, and I just don't understand why people who say that they want to get good at prospecting and recruiting and business building, and I want to be the best I can be, but then they never do this exact thing that I'm going to share you to do, and that's record yourself. Like, record yourself, record your calls, record your presentations. You can hear and you can listen, because in fact, okay, I'm on camera right now. First time I did this, and if you see me on stage, I've actually done this example. The first time I realized the value of recording was in a speech class in 1980, I don't even know, like a long time ago. And I'm in speech class, and I don't have one right now, but I had to talk about a pencil. And I'm sitting here in front of a VHS, in this case it's digital video, but I'm sitting there and I'm talking in front of the class about, hey man, I've got this number 2 Ticonderoga pencil. It's so beautiful and slick and yellow, and it's got this green lettering, this fluffy little eraser, and this number 2 lead, and it's so awesome. And when you write on the piece of paper, it's amazing. Bam! And I got off this, out from front of the class, and I thought, I crushed that. And then I watched myself on video. That's the way I felt the presentation went. But the reality is the presentation went exactly like this. Pencil, pencil. I mean, and so I watched that, and I thought, how pathetic am I? Because here I thought I delivered this amazing talk about a number 2 pencil, and then I come to find out that So you have to, if you want to improve, and it kills me. Even having to talk to, I've said so many, record your presentations. If I do a stage presentation, a stage training, and I can get the video, in fact, most cases I do, I watch the video because I want to improve. I want to see how I did that day on stage. Oh, well, Todd, you were kind of rocking back and forth on your feet, or you kept saying whatever it was, you repeated something too many times and it was overkill and you lost the point. I mean, there's so many different things that you can learn by recording yourself. If you were doing an in-home presentation, I'd put a camera up in the corner and I'd record the in-home presentation. These are some things that you can do to improve, because again, the whole point of this video is if you have put the time in and you really felt you've put the effort in, we got to figure out what the problem is. If you've talked to a bunch of people, if you've given a bunch of presentations, yet you're not getting results, well, we got to figure out what it is. Is it the company? Is it the lack of need for the product? Is it the wrong audience? Is it how you're coming across? We don't know until we look at it. But that's it for today. I'm done. We'll see you guys on another video. Thanks so much for watching. This is Todd Falcone. Have an amazing day.